Good morning, Super Scholars. Today is Tuesday, April 28th. Before we get started on our math lesson, let's review our weekly vocabulary. Digit. Digit is any number between 0 and 9. Here are some examples of one-digit numbers, two-digit numbers, and three-digit numbers. Place value. The value a digit has because of its place in a number. We break numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones for their place value. 1 is a single unit or object. 1 equals 1. 10 ones is the same as saying 10. 100 ones is the same as 100. Ones place is also called the ones digit, the digit that tells how many units are left over after making groups of hundreds and tens. The ones place is circled here, and that's what's left over after they made the groups of 100s and 10s. There's 5 ones left over. 10 is something with 10 parts or units. 110 equals 10, and 110 is the same as saying 10 ones. 10 tens is 100. The tens place is also called the tens digit, the digit that tells how many groups of 10 are in a number. If we look at the number 125, in the tens place, there is a 2. This tells us that there's 20 or 2 tens. Now let's go to Tuesday so that we can start with our learning targets and success criteria. Our learning target is I am learning to count and combine things that come in groups of 10. Our success criteria helps us know when we can check off that learning target. Your success criteria for today is I know I've got it when I can record the number of tens in a given quantity. As you are working through the things we do today, think about yesterday's discussion about how the first digit in a two-digit number represents the number of tens. So here are two examples, 70 fingers and 70 cubes. We can see that in the tens place, or the first number in this two-digit number, is 7. This means that we have 7 groups of tens. Let's look at more problems about fingers and cubes. The first one says there are 11 people in a group. Each person has 10 fingers. How many fingers are there? How would you solve this? Make a drawing on plain paper to show your answer. Solve all 4 problems in this way. You can draw pairs of hands or towers of tens. Could you also use 10 frames? There are 4 questions total. You can do it on paper, or you can click on this big orange star and it'll bring you to a Google slide. On the Google slide, you have the problems in front of you, as well as some materials that you can click and drag to help you solve the problem. So let's read that first one again. There are 11 people in a group. Each person has 10 fingers. The question you're trying to answer is how many fingers are there? Use these materials to help you solve that problem. Number 2 says there are 120 fingers in a group. Each person in the group has 10 fingers. How many people are in the group? Once you have done these, here are the other 2 problems. If you want additional practice, there are more slides where you can practice building numbers using tens. Now that you have practiced making towers of tens and counting by tens, you're going to complete Student Activity Book page 302. Hmm, how many tens are in the number 302? Think about it. On page 302, it asks you to solve each problem and show your work. Now remember, your success criteria is I know I've got it when I can record, that's the same thing as showing your work, the numbers of tens in a given quantity. Number 1, Max has 3 towers. Each tower has 10 cubes. How many cubes does Max have? Number 2, Rosa has 70 cubes in towers of 10. How many towers of 10 does Rosa have? Complete this page in your workbook and then take a picture and you can upload it to Google Classroom. I can't wait to see the work that you scholars do today.